Hello everyone, welcome to day 191 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. You get d4, so d5. Play knight c3. So I will could play e6. I don't want to trap my bishop. I'll play knight f6. They bring their bishop there. If they play this, I have to play this. I could jump in here. I'm not actually sure how I'm supposed to play against this. I don't want to trap this bishop. I'll play bishop f5 here. Now I can play just e6. They target my bishop. I'm fine with that. Can drop back. Have to be careful. If h4, I have to play h6. If they kick me here, I have to leave. I'll go for this pin. I can weaken their structure here. I could develop the knight here. Can weaken their structure here. But then they just have a stronger center. I could trade this bishop off. This bishop's very weak for me, so the queen takes. My knight doesn't really have anywhere to go, but they've taken a lot of space away from me. c5 seems good. c5 opens up the bishop though. c5 if they took, I'd just develop my knight. If they take, I have the option of taking, but I think if they take, I just develop. They have a check, which looks quite good. But then I'd just go for a queen trade and I'd be fine. Although check, they do attack this, but then this would defend it, so that's fine. They're really thinking here. They choose to take. I'm not sure what my best move here would be. I could take with the bishop, but that'd actually lose the bishop to check. If I go here, they can pin me. I could simply trade the knight off and then develop the queen, which seems okay. I'll develop the knight. They're up a pawn, but I've made their weakness. They want to take the pawn. If I develop now, the knight's still pinned, so I don't have to worry about it leaving. If they have a push, I can take. I think I'll just develop here, but then they come in with the pin on my knight. I think I'll just simplify here. They are lining up on this pawn now, and my knight. I don't like that. I can go here, because if they go here, I'd take. Bring my knight to the center. I can also pin the queen and force a queen trade. I'd like to trade their queen. I think it would take pressure off me. But then they just play this move. But then I just take anyway, so I think I'll go for queen a5. I'm just trying to simplify. They unpin themselves. I could push. Pushing looks nice, but they just take. I should probably castle myself. I don't want to castle into danger, but yeah, there's many pawns here, so long castling could be an option to protect this. I think I'll go for this queen trade. If they leave, I'm attacking this. They're not threatening that much at the moment. I don't want them to line up here, but I'm probably actually going to long castle. I don't want to castle short because of all of these pawns coming towards my king. If they have a push, I can take. Then they can take with the bishop, so I don't really like that. A queen trade really helps me here. It takes pressure off my knight, prevents any checks. Castling my king long seems to make more sense. They've also castled long too, so they accept the trade. I mean, my knight will be quite strong on that. If they play this, I can just jump back. Think I'll actually long castle here. There is this move, but not at the moment. I could play g5 at some point. If I do, they just play this though. They push, I'd have this very nice square. Really nice square for my knight on c4. They are up a pawn and it's this one. I think I'll actually play knight back to c6 where it's quite good. I'm controlling central squares. If they jump in, they could jump in here, adding pressure to this. I could push now, although that's defended. The thing I like about pushing is that if I push and they take, I have this move, forcing the bishop to leave. So I push, if they take with the knight, I go here. Although that's, not really sure about that at the moment, so knight back to c6, stopping this. If they go here, that's fine. I'd be able to push actually almost. If they go here. If they go here, I just trade. My knights are quite good, controlling many squares. My knights see all of these squares. I should probably bring a rook to the center and then choose to push, which would be good. And force their bishop to leave. If I go here, okay, they're trying to expand on this side. My knight can always leave. I'll play rook e8 and then push. Kick the bishop away. And then probably push this way. Or maybe this way. My rook's in the center. Would be quite good. Supporting these. If they ever try to attack my knight, I can always leave. Their bishop's very good, so I need to lock it away. Could play e5 and then push f6 after moving this. That's actually a very annoying move. This bishop is gonna be very annoying for the rest of the game. I could lock the bishop out. I could also go for... So my knight was here, I could trade it off. Pushing now doesn't work. My rook's been locked out. I could give up a rook for the bishop, but I don't think that's so good. I'll actually go to trade this bishop off. I'll have to play rook away, then knight back. Play rook g8, and then knight e8 to attack the bishop. I really have to get rid of it. It's a really annoying piece. I have to play e5 as soon as possible. So once I play knight e8, if they leave, I'm playing e5. I have to lock the bishop out of the game. It's a very good piece at the moment. I don't want to give up a rook for it. White's doing better here. They have a strong structure and this piece that I have to trade off. Knight e8, if they go back, I'd push. Then develop the knight again, and then bring the rook back to the square. They could come and force my knight away, but I think that's not so good. That is maybe a good plan. Then I get this square, which is not good for them. If they ever play b4, b5, I'd be able to go knight c4. They bring their king forward. I'm just going to remove this bishop. The bishop has to leave now. It doesn't have... Yeah, it has to go back to f4. g3 or h2. And I'd actually win a pawn back here if they choose not to move the bishop. Sure. This will be weak, but I just develop the pieces, bring the rooks. I could play f6 as well to strengthen this, but then this knight's quite... 6 would make sense because their bishop would be locked out of the game. They'd have to make counterplay here. Them pushing seems annoying, but I just push myself and that'll be fine. I could play f6, knight c7, rook e8, and then bring my knight this way. This part of the board would be safe. I mean, if they push, I think I'd actually push myself. They control the square 4 times, so I can't push d4 ever. Could play c4, but that's not so good at the moment. I like the way f5 looks though. f5 they take. It's just another great square for my knight. f5 fights for space. I do like the look of f5. I'm going for f5. If they take, that's very bad for them. They're doubling another set of pawns. I control the full center. If they push, I take. They choose to take. That's fine. I have this move. If they play this. So I have this move. If they block, takes, takes. That's not so good. But knight f6 just looks fine. Now I control like the entire center. Very solid. These pawns are very annoying, but I should be able to deal with them eventually. I could even just play g6 now. Try to remove this pawn. g6 if they hold on. If they strike my center, they choose b4, and I guess they're planning for b5, but then I just go here. I'll actually play g6 here. If they play b5, I go here, and I have this good square for my knight. They can't really remove it, it's on a light square. And also, if I'm able to remove this pawn, I'd have this move. Very strong move. They choose to take, that's fine. I'll take. My rook can come to g2 and be very annoying. If they go here, I mean that stops my plan. And they have pressure on this, but then I'd be able to maybe push. Rook g2 seems very nice. And if they try to defend this, I would say I'd have rook moves to attack the pawn, but I don't at the moment, unfortunately. Could bring my king to the center. I think a6 is a move that's good here as well, stopping them from pushing. A rook trade would not be good for me, but I'm actually forced into a rook trade almost. Rook here, I maybe slide back. Rook here, I probably just slide all the way back. a6 is important to stop them from pushing. Although pushing just doesn't seem good. It does free up this pawn. Okay, so they do go for a rook trade. Rook back is probably best. Here I can take with my knight or with my rook. It makes more sense to take with the rook. I'm threatening this straight away. Of course they want to rook trade. I don't actually have to. Although it could be good for me. They're up 2 pawns, so I probably don't want to trade. They have 2 extra pawns. It's this one and this one. Now I should think about putting all my pieces on knight squares to make sure the bishop is very weak. I could play h5. This is a weakness now for me, so I should probably bring my king to the center now. King to the center seems very good. Bring extra support. They can't really push. I need all my pieces on light squares. I could push through here, although that's not so good. This this is actually quite weak. Although this move seems very annoying, I have to play this. Knight f6 and I should be doing fine. I've stopped them from pushing. They have a nice structure here, but they can't really push. This knight's doing a good job. My opponent's down to only 4 minutes, so I could keep up the pressure on the clock. If they play knight to g3, I have to play knight f6. If they jump in, I just take, so that doesn't work. King e6 is nice. I could go here, target the bishop. If the bishop leaves, I have nothing there, so they bring their king forward. Their king is actually not able to come in here, although the king can come here. My king's actually cut off from ever moving forward. If I can find a way to stop them bringing their king in, could be good for me. They bring their bishop. I don't think that's a good move. It's threatening to maybe come here, but I'm going to go here. But going here allows them to take, but not after they move their... So they have to move their bishop. I could reroute this way. This is an annoying move, really annoying. I could maybe have to bring my king this way. They're not threatening to take. If I go here, they go here, and we trade. They win this. Very bad for me. If I go here, they come in. Then I could win the central pawn. I think I need to defend this pawn. So they go for this now. Yeah, this would be a big problem for me if they took. I'm in trouble here. I can go this way with my knight and have some ideas here. so I will. I mean, if they just push, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble on the queen side here. They push through, it's probably the simplest thing to do. If I go here, they just push. Yeah, I'm in massive trouble on the queen side. I can't even get over there.